welcome to Pull a Pin Ready War Room Edition. I'm back. Jim here.
Me too. Nate here. I come back for every episode with you. What's it been?
And
2 or 3 days?
Who's with us? Oh, okay. Nobody today. That's okay,
everybody,
though.
Everybody watching. Feel free
That's
to join
okay,
us.
yes.
Feel free to join us.
Exactly. All right. Well, you guys know how this works. You, of course, Nate knows how this works. We pull headlines from the media sources, and we talk about them from a veteran's perspective because apparently we know everything and we're never wrong. Only all the time, right?
No,
so,
never.
In fact, this first headline, it goes back a ways. I know we've talked about in previous episodes about the comments, some of the comments we've gotten. One of the comments in that same rant that the guy did, the guy talked about this. He after he berated us, he said, "Oh, talk about this," because he said we didn't know what we were talking about when we were talking about NATO, I think. Because I didn't know Turkey. I guess Turkey was in NATO. He talked about the Baltic states has been a part of NATO for a long time, which is actually true back since its inception, right? And they border Russia, right? Because we were talking about with Sweden and Finland and all that. But
Sure.
The Baltic states, well, okay, so the Baltic states bordered Russia, but obviously Russia wasn't worried about them. Russia didn't care that the Baltic states were in NATO. So why would they care now that Ukraine and the Swedish and Finnish?
And I don't care. I don't know what Russia cares about because I don't care about Russia. So it don't matter. Whatever.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I don't care about it either. So whatever.
Yeah.
But thanks, buddy. But he did suggest that we talk about this one, and I did look this one up. So it's Navy's top enlisted leader tells George Washington crew, at least they aren't sleeping in a foxhole like a Marine.
Okay. True statement. I don't want to be in a foxhole like a Marine either.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
good for him. He's telling his troops that they're living better than a Marine is in a foxhole. Okay. True statement.
Yeah, I mean, and think about this. Just push this over to the Air Force. You know what I mean? Well, at least you got air-conditioned connexes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. At least you're not sleeping in what are they sleeping in submarines and ships, three bunks high or whatever. At least you're not sleeping on bunk beds like the Navy.
That's what I'm saying. So he wanted us to talk about this, but I'm not really sure. Like, I understand. Okay, let's play devil's advocate for a second here. I understand the insensitive remark. You know what I mean? Like, how dare you? You know.
It's not insensitive.
Insensitive.
Every service bashes every service. That's what we do.
No. Well, I'm saying no, not for me. This is the guy that's telling them. I mean, this is the Navy telling the Navy that they're not sleeping in foxholes. I think it was something to do with the poor living conditions. I think there's more to this story because I think I read it a while ago. I think it's pretty old right now, but I think it's something to do with poor living conditions. So I get what he's saying. Like, it was really insensitive. And we've had politicians do this stuff. You know what I mean? Their remarks were insensitive. So I also understand, like, what you're saying. It's a true statement. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it was just poor choice of words, but a true statement.
I guess. I mean, I guess if they were complaining about living conditions and how horrible they are, and if it's true that the living conditions are horrible, then yeah, it's not a good statement to be making. But I mean, I don't know the whole concept of this story. So if it's about their ship or about their submarine, well, that's living conditions. If it's about the barracks on a base in the United States, well, that could be a different story then.
Yeah, well, I think at the end of the day,
at least they're not sleeping. But at least they're not sleeping in a fox like a Marine still.
Right. So at the end of the day, we can look at it like, okay, he's trying to be positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe his statement was taken out of context.
Right. So just for the sake of this guy wanting us to talk about this one, I already know that Navy's top enlisted leader, the Army's top enlisted leader, the Marines top, they're probably all a bunch of political hacks anyway. So why would you expect anything different? I don't know if you're going to have a big revolution and the Navy's going to, start an insurrection because their leader is insensitive to their needs, because that's not a surprise. Because most of the time when you get up to that level, you're a political hack. You're not even about the service anymore.
Forget where you came from.
Right. And I remember this because I was deployed to, what was it, Macedonia? I was deployed to Macedonia when a certain sergeant major and his assistant came out. Well, yeah, we were under the United Nations, so. But
did you get a hazardous duty pay?
I don't.
Did you get
Well,
intimate danger pay?
we did. I did because I had to fly to Somalia with these dignitaries, right?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But that was the one that Sergeant Major that got arrested. He got arrested on some charges or something. But either way, I mean, the point is we know this. It's just the ones that they like can hide it, just like politicians. They fall into that elite status, realm where if you got the right politics and you got the right opinion, you're protected and you can get away with anything. If you don't, they'll get you for anything. So this is not a surprise. And nothing will ever happen to the guy, even if it wasn't sensitive.
No, I mean,
Because he's
I don't
probably got
know.
the right politics.
The whole military is more sensitive now, so maybe something will, but
Well, I guess here's the question. Is he vaccinated?
probably.
Yeah. So if he's if he's
If
a
he-
Navy's
if
top
he-
enlisted leader
yeah,
and he's
I'm sure.
vaccinated, he can
Just
say what
good
he
to go.
wants.
Good to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. This really wasn't exactly as exciting as the next one. 'Cause this one, Hornet Overboard. Carrier USS Harry S. Truman loses an FA-18 in mishap.
I don't
What's
know.
they cost?
A lot of money, probably a couple million. I'm going to assume. But
Training
I don't-
accidents happen, right?
Oh, I don't know if this is. I saw a headline where I don't know if it's this one or not, but actually a plane got blown off.
Yeah,
Of
it was the
the
wind.
ship.
It was this. Yep, it was this.
So is that a mishap? Was it not? I mean, was it the wind or was it a mishap because the plane wasn't grounded properly or
Maybe
secured
they didn't secure
properly?
it. Right. Yeah.
Oops.
you-
Let's get another one.
Well, this goes back to a previous episode. We are talking about the standard of our enlisted these days.
Well, I want to see what the Navy senior enlisted person says about this.
Right. Or if he's even held accountable for it.
Because I'm assuming Hornet Overboard on USS on a carrier USS, that's the Navy again, right?
Right.
So
And
let's
it
see
is
if
the
that
Navy.
Navy.
Don't they have the equipment to go get it?
Yeah, can't they use that submarine, those poor living conditions, and go down and find it?
Right.
Now, me as a fisherman, I'm like, just leave that shit in the sea. That's good structure.
Right,
Fish will be,
exactly.
Fish will be around there soon.
Except as soon as we pull out, China's going to come up with their little crane and be like, "Ooh, oh, we can use this one."
The USS Truman just circling right now around an F-18 till they can
Right.
destroy it.
Yep. And they probably could. They probably could send some divers or somebody down there to.
So is that a loss of a sensitive item, or what is that considered?
We should have just sent it to Afghanistan. Shipped it to Afghanistan instead.
Oh.
But we're laughing, we're poking fun. But we had a lot of this stuff go on too, in all the branches. It happens. You know what I mean? But that's just embarrassing. You know what I mean? Because those things are not cheap, and it just blew off your boat. Yeah. Too bad Navy Joe wasn't here to explain how this happened.
I had a life vest blow off my boat one time,
Right?
but not a plane.
No, yeah, it's a little bit different, and hopefully nobody was in it.
Well, yeah, I don't.
That would have been worse.
Yeah, it would have been.
We lost that seaman there. Anybody have any idea where he went? Well,
Oh,
could be
man.
in the plane. I don't know.
Well, I don't. Okay, yeah, maybe so.
All right, man.
I mean, I'm thinking too far into it. Doesn't the Air Force fly the planes? I don't know, but Navy have planes too.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, the Navy's got.
Isn't the Navy has more planes than the Air Force, and the Army has more boats than the Navy? Isn't that what they say?
I don't
something
know
like
about
that.
the Army part. I've heard the Navy one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's often misunderstood. We know the branches all have a different purpose. Like, that's why we joke with them each, but we need each one of them. There's, we can laugh at the Marines all day long, but I respect them. And when we need to kick somebody's ass, I'm calling them first. You know what I mean? So,
I don't know about first.
oh, I'm calling them first, dude. They're
Okay,
bullet
all right.
catchers and they don't care. You know what I mean? They just don't care. They'll eat a couple bullets and go right back out tomorrow. We'll eat some bullets and they'll be like, oh, do I have to do this again?
I thought
I'll take
they
KP.
ate crayons, but
Well, they probably eat crayons so the bullets don't penetrate.
colorful.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Well, like I said, we laugh and joke at all the branches, and we need them all. And we've got enough jokes about us Army guys too. So,
Oh, yeah.
this is this is something there's got to be a meme for this. Yeah, we'll have to find it. All right, well, let's get on to another military subject that really, man, I don't even know where to go. I'm gonna let you go with this one anyway because I don't know where to go with this. My son was tortured. Mom of SEAL candidate who died hours after completing Hell Week speaks out.
Is this a Navy show today?
Maybe. Well, Navy's got a lot going on, yeah?
Because the SEALs are Navy too.
Maybe
I
they
mean,
got a lot going on.
it's Hell Week. I'm not gonna call it torture, but it's hell. Yeah, I'm sure it's hell. Obviously, I'm not a SEAL. I've never been to SEAL training, but just like any special ops training, Hell Week is hell.
Well, you know what?
I
Unlike
feel, I feel,
you,
I mean, I feel bad for the mother. Her son died, which was never a good thing, especially in the military. It's never a good thing.
well, right, of course, let's be real about it. That any tragedy is not, anything to talk about. I mean, anything that, I don't know. It's a tragedy regardless, right? But you said you're not going to call it torture. What does SEAL stand for?
Sea, air, and land. It does, for real.
Does it really? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. A SEAL it's sea, air, and land. SE for sea, air, A for A, L for land.
Are you serious? Okay,
Uh,
maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe you're right.
am I right? I don't know. I'm not a SEAL, like I said, but
Yeah,
I
it
think
is. The Navy SEAL, Sea, Air, and Land teams.
there you go. See,
All right, then forget that point because I'm
maybe
clearly
I
don't know
am
what the hell I'm talking
maybe
about.
I am a SEAL. Maybe I am
You
a
are
SEAL.
yeah, you're definitely way more at that. Um, but the SEAL training, like, what is the purpose? Like,
Special
I mean,
operations.
yeah, I mean, like, aren't they supposed to resist torture? Like, if they're captured, because they're supposed to go in deep into the enemy territory and they don't want to be prisoners of war and they
Oh yeah,
like
what's that? I know what training you're talking about. I
that's the
forgot.
SEER training. SEER, right?
Seer.
Escape.
Yeah, escape, evasion,
Yeah.
and resist, or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Like
SERE.
isn't that what the Navy SEALs are supposed to be? Like, don't we send them into those hot spots? Don't they
Uh,
go through all that training stuff too?
uh, like I said, I'm not a SEAL. I don't know,
Oh.
but I'm assuming I'm that type of SEAL. That's for sure. But
Well,
yeah, I
clearly I
mean,
don't know anything. I'm not a SEAL either. But
yeah,
I know
SEER.
that I wouldn't be a SEAL because it's torture.
It's intense training.
Yes. Yes. They call it Hell
Yeah,
Week for a reason.
I think all those special ops have a hell week, and I would think SEER training is part of all. I think like me and you can go to SEER training as an off, just go to SEER training and not be special ops. But I don't know. I'm gonna assume all these special ops guys also have SEER training also because that's basically their mission.
Yeah, well, that was my point. It's just like the pilots that fly in and land and they have to have these skills. So how do you get these skills unless it's Hell Week? I mean, we're picking the elite of the elite to do the hardest missions we have available. What did you think Hell Week was going to be? And many of people have passed it. Some people have died. I mean, it's not unheard of that people get killed and die in Hell Week and
I
stuff.
mean, yeah, this isn't the first SEAL to die during Hell Week, but I want to know what the
Right.
Navy. I want to know what the Navy's top enlisted leader has to say about this.
Well, at least they're not in foxholes.
Well,
Like,
he's in worse than a foxhole.
right. Well, I mean, like I said, I feel bad for the mom. Obviously, I feel bad for the guy. It's a tragedy regardless how you look at it. I think he knew what he was getting into when he signed up, right?
I mean, and these are I totally believe that this type of training. These are total accidents. I don't know how the Navy guy died. It could have been a heart attack. It could have been. I don't know if he was beat to death. I don't know. Wait, this is the guy that supposedly was beaten, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
I think this was the one that supposedly was most recently was supposedly beaten, and that's how he died. But if that's the case, then yeah, that's not training. That's just stupidity of beating somebody.
Yeah, I mean, there is a place and a way to take it too far, right? But at the
Yes.
end of the day, you're not going to have an enemy that says, "Well, we really shouldn't beat you because you might die." Like if you are going to be the elite and you want to do this job and they're going to have to push you to limits that you are going to have to overcome, I wouldn't join. I mean, that's why I'm not a SEAL because there's no way I'm going to subject myself to that stuff. And I have no interest in going that far in the enemy lines where it could happen. But I'll be on the front lines and, other ways. But yeah, I mean,
I'll be in the front line of the PX line.
yeah, exactly. Now, if she's referring to he was tortured as in like bullied, harassment, or something outside of training, then by all means, there should be an investigation,
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah, if he didn't die during training, if it was something totally different than being
Sure.
trained by the instructors, and yeah, if he was tortured by other SEAL candidates, that's totally different. That's not training. That's not what Hell Week
Right.
is. Yeah.
So I guess maybe we should have read or know more about it. But I mean, just the headline itself, my son was tortured. You know, he died hours after completing Hell Week. Even that, like hours after completing, what did he do? Did he get a certificate and then just collapse? Like, how did that happen? What do you
Well,
mean hours after?
Hell Week's the first week. Once you complete that, then you still have more SEAL training. But
Right, but so my point is though, how did he die? Did he die collapse right there after he finished training? He went to go take a shower. Like, w- you know, I'd like to know more, and I probably should have read the article. I probably would know more.
I was gonna say, read the article. You might find out.
Yeah, because obviously this is about perspective. You know what I mean? And this is kind of a bad one for me to, because it could be either way. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? You want to know what? Talk about reading.
Yes. Let's talk about reading and idiots. VP Harris speaks in Louisiana with backdrop spelling the state Louisiana. And there's a photo for this. What do you know? Check this out. This was actually their backdrop. Who needs to be fired for this? I mean, you see it right in the back. It says New Orleans. I thought maybe New Orleans was spelled wrong too, because honestly, I don't even know how to spell Louisiana. But I don't get paid to do this. I could have Googled it, figured it out. But it says Louisiana.
So my question is, was it the Essence Conference that made these signs, or was it the federal government that made these signs and didn't spell it right for the vice president?
Somebody needs to be fired. And well, I don't even care, dude. Let's be honest. Let's say the Essence people made it, and then Kamala Harris walks into this thing, and you don't have somebody checking this stuff.
Well, I'm going to assume Essence is from Louisiana, so the conference is held there. I
Okay,
don't know. I'm making
so
assumptions. They
that
should know
would
how to
make
spell
them
their own
look
state.
stupid, right? Like, that would make them look stupid. Or let's say they intentionally set up Harris to make it look bad. Then somebody in the government needs to be fired because there's
Like,
people that are on staff to protect this stuff.
like when they created it, their spell check. I mean, I can't spell Louisiana either, but I'm not high enough to be spelling Louisiana for a vice president either. I just go on Word and spell it, or Google and spell it and see what it spells for me and copy and paste.
Right, but you know that this is somebody's job. I mean, that is somebody's job to proofread that stuff. That is somebody's job to make sure the signs are not wrong. It's not just a regular citizen. Like, believe me, I went to some of these rallies, and unfortunately, I just wanted to go see what they look like. Some of the local rallies, and I've seen some of the dumbest people there holding up signs with misspelled words that are like, "Are you serious? Like you're making yourself?" And everybody at this rally looks stupid. I've seen it.
Well, if this is the PAO office at the White House, who's that person that speaks to the press secretary, or whatever, if they fall
Right.
under her, well, it's it's batting 1,000 because she has a book. Oh, hold on, what am I supposed to say?
Right. Well, I think even Trump's one. What's her name? Kate McEnany or whatever her name is. I think she had some books too, but she knew what it was. She went to the book.
Well,
She pulled some stuff. She didn't have to read the book to find the answer. She
And
had
that
to get
wasn't
the resources.
I wasn't even a fan of the last Orange Woman. I mean, can I say that? 'Cause If they can say
Peppermint Patty?
orange, if they can say
Or you
Orange
talking about-
Man, they can say Orange Woman, right?
Yeah,
Whatever
you
the last
said
whatever the last
Peppermint
press
Patty,
secretary was, she didn't go
Circleback
to,
Saki.
yeah, she didn't go to a book that much though. I mean, she
No, but she made it
they,
all up.
they all have books in front. It don't matter. She didn't use the book she may have made it all up, but she
Right.
maybe thought like you were doing something.
She at least convinced people that she might have been telling the truth.
Right, yeah, and people
This-
believe her,
this
so
one-
it's good. Just this one,
But you call
No.
this one out, and you're either a racist or sexist or some ist because you think she can't do her job. So you're not allowed to call her out because that's the way it works. You got some special because almost like you remember when you can't question the military unless it was like Flynn and other people that you disagreed with. Then you can question the military.
I call anybody I want to. I'm not in the military. I don't work for them.
No,
You
right.
call me whatever you want to
Anybody
call
can be
me.
questioned. Anybody.
You know how much I care about your feelings? None, not at all. No.
I
You
care
know,
a
what- you
little
know,
bit.
you know what I care about you think about me? None. If you don't like me, oh well, whatever.
I have to confess, I care a little bit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put this cool hat on if I didn't care about you.
Oh, I got a cool hat for you too.
Yeah, so I care about you, but I just don't care more about you than I do me at the moment. there are times when I do care more about you. You know, there's the second time this
My shirt
week.
spelled correct. My shirt spelled correctly. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
because you made this for me, so I want to make sure.
I didn't make it. Some people in China probably made it.
Oh shit! It's got code all over it. God damn it.
Yeah. It's in the thing. Well, it's being tracked anyway, so don't worry.
Cool.
Anyway, speaking of China, got nothing to do with it. Let's get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Nate, for showing up. Thank you guys for getting get the comments going. Get on the show. Do it. You know the deal. I'm really tired of saying it. Just show up. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.